hard to not find a fandom for something on the internet, but it's hard to say why or how it gets so big compared to other fandoms. Where do fandoms start and what point do they die? Before we understand how a fandom evolves, we must understand how the community is built in the first place. There are typically two ways of fandom growth. Natural growth, usually done over a period of time, and sudden growth, which happens very quickly. Organic growth comes out of nowhere, but for sudden growth in a fandom can usually be traced back to a starting point of it getting a boost from another fandom that had no prior interaction beforehand because of how obscure it was. A great example of this would be the Five Nights at Freddy fandom. One day, Markiplier decides to play a game and clickbait the fuck out of it, calling it the scariest game ever, even though all the game is just waiting. And Markiplier's fans flocked to Five Nights at Freddy's like flies on shit because it generated the screaming reactions from people who were scared by the jump scare. He wasn't the only one to make videos on it, but he was the first, and many more popular YouTubers did it, and they got millions of views, adding on to the fandom, snowballing into one of the worst fandoms on the internet today, full of furries, OC, and a lot of porn. Now that we know how a fandom begins, how does a fandom end? How does something go from thousands of people playing it at once to not even 100 people playing it? With either way of a fandom's ascension to popularity, people will get bored of it eventually. For Five Nights at Freddy's, there's no replay value in the game, and there was only meaning to someone if they could get it out through the deep lore of the game. When the game's creator gave them nothing more, they stuck around for a little while, but when their beloved Flash game series didn't have another installment, and all their theories that the fans loved couldn't have anything to cling to without the follow-up, they left to greener pasture. Those who used it to further their careers moved on for the most part, and that's how we got to where we are today. When people are playing your game as much as they're watching my video, you know your fandom is dead.